something new today, and let's get started. So before we delve deep into the concept of percentages, I would like to tell you what are the few learning objectives. Basically, what can you expect to have understood and learned after completing today's class. So one, you will understand the percentage of a given quantity. You will also learn the conversion of fractions and decimals to percentages. You will be able to compare the quantities and find their percentage. Mental maths, you will be able to develop the skill to solve problems based on percentages by mental calculation. You will also so when I say mental calculation, I basically mean that next time when someone asks you a question on percentages, you will not need a pen and a paper to solve that question. Okay, you can use this and you will be able to solve a question like this. Isn't that exciting? I hope you are excited to learn that skill. Moving on, we will also be able to understand and solve problems based on the concept of percentage. And last but not the very least, you will be able to understand the relevance of percentages to everyday life. Let's move on then and let's see what percentages are. Okay, these are the few, this is a lesson structure, how we will be going about throughout the lesson, and let's just go on. Let's just move on without any further ado. So yes, we often see advertisements like the above, like these, which say sale 70% up to 60% off on all the items on the store, best deal, mega deal, 50% off. So we read it as 70% or 50%, and this symbol here, which I am pretty sure you've seen a number of times in a lot of places, this symbol here is used and read as percent. Now what is percentage? I kept on using this word, but I did not tell you what it basically means, right? So what is percentage? Now percentage is the number or ratio that can be expressed as a fraction of 100. A lot of words, a lot of things to unpack. So let's understand it in a very simple language. A percentage is basically out of 100, what amount do you have? So when I say 1%, I mean out of the 100, I have 1. When I say 50%, I mean out of the 100 items, I have 50 items. When I say 25%, I mean out of the 100 items, I have 25 items. Similarly, when you have 80% marks in your exams, it basically means the maximum that you could score was 100, and out of those 100, you scored 80 marks. Did we understand that? We will definitely understand and know more about percentages as we go on. So we have a small warm-up activity for you. Let's see how we do that. First one. So the question says, what percentage of the given shape is blue? Choose the correct answer. Now, like I told you, percentage means out of the 100. How many do we have? So here, if you look closely, we have 100 boxes, and you need to tell me out of those 100 boxes, how many boxes are blue. So one thing that you can do is you can quickly count the number of boxes, and you can do it that way. That is the easiest way for now. So let's do that. Let's count. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then 10 here again, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in total, I calculated that there are 25 boxes. Now out of 100 boxes, I have 25 of those colored. So I would say that 25% is the right answer. Do I choose that? Let's see. And yes, that is your correct answer. Congratulations. So when I say 25%, I basically means out of the 100 white boxes that I had 25 of them colored blue. Let's go. Next question. Now, the same question, same way. What percentage of the given shape is green? Choose the correct answer. Now, I would like you to do this one on your own. Take your time. Out of the 100 boxes, count and tell me how many of those are colored green. Take your time. Okay, did we find it to be 43 or 32? Okay, let's see 32 if that is the correct answer. Oh no, we count again. So these are 10 each. So 10, 20, 30, 40, and then 41, 42, and 43. Exactly. If you got that, you are on the right track. That is the correct answer. So you have 43% of the given boxes shaded green. Next, this one you do on your own. Very simple, very easy to calculate as well. And the right answer is 70%. Perfect. Congratulations. That is your correct answer. And now I have shapes. So from boxes we moved on to shapes. So that is one whole circle, okay, and we have half of that circle shaded orange. Now what percentage, when I say half of something, what percentage do we mean? Half. Now we can again understand this problem by using the boxes. So when I say 100 boxes, half of those 100 boxes will be 50 boxes, right? So that will be 50%. So basically half of anything implies 50%. So half of this circle will also imply 50%. Right, correct. That is also a correct answer. Let's go. Now this one. This has 4 equal parts. If you look closely, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 equal parts. Okay. So total number of boxes 100. Now if you divide those 100 boxes into 4 equal parts, how many boxes each do we get? Is it 50? No, 50 means half. Is it 75? Maybe. Maybe not. Is it 25? Let's quickly divide 100 by 4. So you have 100 boxes and you have to give them away to 4 of your friends equally. How many boxes each will they get? The correct answer is 25 boxes each. That is why if this is a complete circle and you divided this circle into 4 equal parts and you had to give away those 4 equal parts to 4 people around you, you would give 25% of the entire box to each person. Okay, next, that is the correct answer. Moving on. Yes, so let us now learn how to convert fractions to percentage and vice versa, and also how to convert decimal to percentage and vice versa. So how to convert fractions to percentages? We have 2 very easy, very simple steps. One, first find the equivalent fraction with the denominator as 100. So you have an initial fraction, for example 4 out of 5 here. You have to find the equivalent fraction with the denominator as 100. So basically you have to make this 5, the denominator 5, you have to make it to 100 in such a way that 5 becomes 100. So what do we multiply to 5 that it becomes 100? 20, right? So now since we are multiplying the denominator by 20, we also need to multiply the numerator by 20 so that the ratio remains the same. I hope you understand that concept of ratio, that if we have a ratio and you have to, if you're multiplying something to the denominator, you have to multiply the same thing to the numerator as well so that the ratio remains same. So what did we do? We found the equivalent fraction with the denominator as 100 by multiplying 20 to 5 and 20 to 4. So now 4 by 5 and 80 by 100 mean the same thing, but 80 by 100 has a denominator of 100. Next up, we have multiplied the equivalent fraction with 100 or write to the numerator with percent sign, and that's it. So basically you got 80 by 100. Now you multiply this fraction by 100 and whatever you get, you write it with a percentage sign, and that is your percentage. So when someone says convert 4 by 5 into percentage, you follow these simple steps and the right answer will be 80%. Right? Exactly. I hope you understood this concept. These are two very simple, easy steps, and we will also solve a few problems on this. So let's go. Now converting percentages to fractions. Basically, now first we did fractions to percentages. Now we will do percentages to fractions. How do we do that? So first remove the percent sign and write the number in the form of fraction with 100 as the denominator. So I told you, right, percent basically means divided by 100. So if you remove this percentage sign, all that you need to do is divide the number by 100 and it will basically mean the same. The question was convert 50% into a fraction. So the first step we did was remove the percent sign. We removed this sign and wrote the number in the form of a fraction with 100 as the denominator. So 50% basically equates to 50 divided by 100. Essentially, these two make the same thing. Next up, you have to simplify the fraction or write it in the simplest form. Do we know how to simplify the fraction? We divide it, right? So here what we did was we divided the fraction by 50. So 50, 1 times 50 is 50 and 2 times 50 is 100. So we wrote the fraction in the simplest form and we got to 1 by 2. So did we understand those two steps? Very simple steps on how to convert a percentage to fraction. One, you remove the sign, percent sign, and write the number in the form of a fraction with 100 as a denominator, and then you simplify the fraction or write the fraction in its simplest form. Okay, I hope you understood that. Up next we have how to convert decimals to percentages. Now how do we do decimals? Do we know what decimals are? Any number which has a decimal point in between. I hope you know what decimals are. This topic talks about how to convert decimals to percentages. This again has two very simple steps, and if we follow them accurately, this is a very simple concept to understand. So the first step is multiply the decimal by 100. Basically, if 0.05 is our decimal and we have to convert it into a percentage, you multiply the decimal by 100. What next? So when you multiply 0.05 by 100, you get 5.00, right? What next? You write the percent sign along with the answer. So now the answer was 5.0000 and you wrote a percentage sign in front of it, and that is your answer. So 0.05 in decimal form equates to 5% in percentage form. Did we understand that? Let's understand how to do the reverse of it. Basically, how to convert percentage to decimal. So again, two simple steps. If someone asks you to convert 20% into a decimal form, what you do is you remove the percent sign and write the number in the form of a fraction with 100 as the denominator. So you remove the percent sign and you write the number in the form of a fraction with 100 as your denominator. We did that. Next, we convert the fraction into decimal by putting the decimal points by skipping 2 digits from the ones place of the numerator. So up next, you just divide the number, you put the decimal point in the right place, and you have your percentage into the decimal form. So two very quick steps. As we understand, remove the percent sign and write the number in the form of a fraction with 100 as a denominator. Then you convert the fraction into decimal by putting the decimal point by skipping 2 digits from the ones place of the numerator, basically by dividing the number by 100. I hope you know how to do that, and if you do, you're on the right track and this is very easy for you, hopefully. Okay, next we have, now that we've understood how to do that, let's go through a quick worksheet, shall we? Okay, So we have a few questions. The question says, convert the following fractions or mixed numbers as percentages. Choose the correct answer. Before we move on to mixed numbers, I hope you know what mixed numbers are. Basically, any fraction that is represented in this form or in that form are called mixed numbers, and I hope you understand how to write mixed numbers in fraction form. If not, it's completely fine and we will do it right now. Let's start with the first question. Convert the following fraction 2 by 5 into percentage. Now, what were the few steps that we were supposed to follow? Step number 1, convert the denominator into its equivalent 100. So, what do we multiply to 5 to get 100 in the denominator? We do 20, right? Because 5 into 20 is 100, right? Now, since we are multiplying 5 by 20, we will also need to multiply 2 by 20, right? So, it will be 2 by 20, 2 multiplied by 100 and 2 multiplied by 20 and 5 multiplied by 20, which will give us 40 upon 100. I hope you're on with me on that. This will give us 40 upon 100. Now, what's next? We multiply 40 upon 100 by another 100. So, we get 40 and we put a percentage sign in front of it. So, we get 40%. I hope you're with me on that. And did you also get 40%? Let's go. Perfect. Brilliant. Let's do the next one. I will give you 5 seconds to solve it on your own. Pause the video, solve it, and if not, we will do it together. Okay, I hope you did that and I hope you got your answer. Let's quickly check your answer. 8 by 20, we need to make the denominator equivalent to 100. So what do we multiply? Exactly, we multiply it by 5. 5, right. So what do we get? 5 8 ja? 5 times 8 is 40 and 5 times 20 is 100. So now our fraction is 40 by 100, and if you're smart, you know what your answer is. 40 by 100, now you multiply it by 100, you get 40 and you put a percentage sign right in front of it, you get 40%. I hope you got the same answer like me and I hope you're on the same page. If not, go back to the same steps that we understood. Go back to that slide where I told you about the 2 steps. Listen to that part again and come back to the worksheet. You will definitely get it. Next up we have 17 by 25. Now what do we multiply to 25 to get 100? I will give you 5 seconds to solve that problem. And yes, come up with your own answer. Is your answer okay? Come up with your answer. Okay, is your answer 68%? If yes, congratulations. If not, I will tell you how to do this one. So 17 by 25, you have to find a 100 equivalent of the denominator. So you multiply 25 by 4. That way you will get denominator mein 100. Now similarly, since you multiply the denominator by 4, you will also have to multiply the numerator by 4. So 17 times 4 is, do your calculation and you will get 68. So now the fraction is 68 by 100. You multiply the fraction 68 by 100 by another 100 and you will get 68. Now you put a percentage sign in front of it and you get your answer as 68%. That is how we do it. Next we have 3 by 4, and again do it on your own. Take your time, 5 seconds, and then we'll do it together. Okay, so the right answer to this is 75%. Now similarly, the same step, I will not be going through it again. So step number 1, multiply 4 to a number that gives you 100 in the denominator. Multiply the numerator with the same number. That way you will end up with the fraction 75 by 100. Now you multiply 75 by 100 with another 100 and you will get 75. Put a percentage sign in front of it and you get 75%. I hope you're understanding where I am going with it. Next, mixed fractions, mixed numbers. How do we solve mixed numbers? We'll do quickly that. So to solve mixed numbers, we multiply this number. So it is called, okay, how do we read mixed fractions? First of all, we say 5 whole 1 by 2. Similarly, this is 3 whole 7 by 10. How do we convert mixed fractions into normal fractions? We multiply the denominator to the whole number. So 5 multiplied by 2, which is 10. Then we add the numerator to the number that we got after multiplying the two numbers. So 10 plus 1, which is 11. So now you have 11 and in the denominator you have 2. So we get 11 by 2. So 5 whole 1 by 2 basically means 11 by 2. So now you have your normal fraction 11 by 2. Quickly solve it and tell me how much percent is 11 by 2. 11 by 2, you do it in the percentages form, and is your answer 500%? That is the wrong answer. Is your answer 50%? That is also a wrong answer, because 11 by 2 is nowhere half. 1 by 2 is 50%. So your right answer should be 550%. If you did not get that right answer, go back again, try the two steps. 11 by 2, multiply the number 2 with a number that gives you 100 in the denominator. Multiply 11 to the same number. Whatever fraction you get, you will get 550. Yes, so the fraction that you will get is 550 by 100. You multiply that fraction by 100 and you will get 550. Put a percentage sign right in front of it and you have 550%. Okay. Quickly, we'll do the last one. Try to solve this one. 3 whole 7 by 10 into a normal fraction is 37 by 10. Quickly try to solve this into fractions, into percentage. The right answer should be 370%. If you got that right, congratulations. And if you did not, it's completely fine. Follow the same steps and you will get it. Next, so these are the correct answers, and if you got them all right, congratulations. And even if you did one mistake, that's completely fine. This is the first time you're understanding this concept. I would suggest you go back to the two steps that I told you and try solving again. Practice, practice and practice, because practice makes a man perfect. Up next we have another worksheet, I suppose. Yes, this one talks about how to convert the following decimals into percentages. And since I do not want to load you with a lot of information, I would suggest let's end this class here. If go back to the slides, revise what we did till now. I would suggest you go back to the slide where we talked about how to convert fractions into percentage. Go to the steps again, understand the concept, and go back to that same worksheet. Try to solve those questions and see if you can do them on your own. Also, you can come up with random fractions of your own and try to solve them. And in next class, we will do this exercise, convert the following decimals into percentages, and we will keep going because percentages is a vast concept and the learning should never stop. Thank you so much for attending today's class. I hope you learned something new and I hope you will take it back with you and you will revise it. Your homework is to revise it and to solve those questions again and see if you get them right. If not, next class we go through it all again and we will finally go to how to convert decimals into percentages, and we will keep going. So yeah, thank you so much for joining. I hope you have an amazing day ahead and I hope you learn so much. Thank you so much. See you in the next class.